This is a presentation from the Masters of Science Occupational Therapy students at the University of Alberta. Our presentation will focus on adjusting body temperature to improve sleep. Our aim is to address why core temperature needs to drop to sleep, how to induce a drop in temperature and manage temperature needs over the sleep period, and finally, we will provide some resources if you would like more information.
We will now look at the impact of temperature on sleep quality. Research has shown that temperature affects both sleep onset and sleep quality. So let's talk about sleep onset. At sleep onset, your core body temperature drops, stimulating melatonin production. Studies also state that sleep is most likely to occur when your core temperature decreases and rarely occurs if your core temperature is increased. In addition, your temperature drops even further as your body progresses through sleep stages to the deeper stages of sleep. Later, when we move on to talk about sleep interventions, you'll see that mimicking this drop in temperature can actually help to induce sleep. So now let's take a look at a case study to see the effects that sleep deprivation can have on your life. Christina has been having difficulty falling asleep over the past month. When she does fall asleep, she wakes up not feeling rested and restored. Christina has noticed that she's been forgetful lately and not been able to get her essays and assignments done as fast as usual. She often feels sleepy in class and feels as though she cannot pay attention. Christina also works part-time as a waitress and feels as though she has been more irritable towards customers recently. Christina has noticed that this problem tends to happen more often on hot summer nights, but that she tends to sleep very well in the winter. Christina is meeting with an occupational therapist to discuss her sleep issues. Here are some interventions that an occupational therapist might explore with Christina.
Body temperature falls as a result of the onset of the sleep cycle. Therefore, a cool environment is the most conducive to sleep. So how can we conveniently and comfortably cool our surroundings to make our sleep more productive? There are a number of interventions that have been investigated by researchers to determine if they can improve one's quality and quantity of sleep. A review of the literature for interventions that targeted adjusting body temperature to sleep yielded a few strategies that were supported by research. The first recommended sleep intervention is to maintain a cool sleeping environment. Heat places physiological stress on the body that disrupts one's ability to fall asleep. Studies have found that heat exposure increases wakefulness and decreases slow wave and rapid eye movement sleep. The National Sleep Foundation recommends a bedroom temperature between 15 to 19 degrees Celsius, or 60 to 67 degrees Fahrenheit. However, this is just a recommendation and each individual will have their own temperature preference. Therefore, you should pick a temperature that is most comfortable to you. A study done in 2015 found that thermal adjustments such as fans, open windows, and air conditioning can help keep bedrooms cool and improve sleep.
The second recommended sleep intervention is to take a bath before bed. As mentioned before, being too warm can make it more difficult to fall asleep, so the suggestion of taking a warm bath sounds counterintuitive. However, the active warming of the body with warm water and the subsequent cooling down before sleep has been hypothesized to help activate sleepiness, as this pattern of thermoregulation mimics the body's natural cooling down before sleep. If a bath isn't for you, selective heating of just the hands and feet has also been studied to be effective in achieving similar outcomes. This is because when you increase the skin temperature of skin further away from the heart, a process called vasodilation of the blood vessels can be triggered once the hands or feet are removed from the heat source. This process is your body's attempt to cool down the overheated skin. This process includes an expanding or natural widening of the blood vessels, which allows more heat to escape through your blood vessels and out through the skin through natural heat dissipation. This brings the body's temperature from warm to cool and further promotes sleep onset. This selective vasodilation of distal regions is also highly correlated with an increase in melatonin secretion, the body's natural sleep hormone. In addition, studies have found that individuals who soak in bathtubs have both subjective and objective ratings of improved quality of sleep. Participants of a study done in 1999 were observed to fall asleep more quickly, had reduced body movement during the first 3 hours of sleep, and related quality of sleep higher after taking a bath. For elderly or disabled individuals who are unable to take a bath, a warm foot bath is recommended instead.
The hypothalamus plays a role in sleep as well as temperature regulation. During strenuous exercise, the body produces heat, and this causes the body's core temperature to rise. The rise in temperatures are sensed by thermoreceptors, and the information is relayed to the hypothalamus. Exercise-induced heating causes a rebound effect where, following an increase in core temperature, the body's thermostat activates heat loss mechanisms to regain thermal balance, resulting in peripheral and core heat loss. Peripheral heat loss is a main mechanism for nighttime core temperature decline, which is an indicator of sleep preparedness. Sleep is usually initiated when body's temperatures are falling, and in this case as a result of heat loss mechanisms working to reverse the rise in body temperature due to exercise. This process is not instantaneous, and higher core body temperatures can promote wakefulness and alertness. Due to the potential for increased arousal, it is recommended that exercise should be concluded no less than 2 hours before bedtime to allow the body to cool down and enter a relaxed state.
There are many products on the market that have been shown to be effective in regulating sleep temperature throughout the night. While we cannot recommend any specific brands, some of the products include temperature regulating bedding, and this bedding can be used to help regulate body temperature and reduce night sweating. Gel foam lined pillows. So these often have inserts that can cool down or heat it up to fit the client's suitable temperature. And finally, but not limited to, cooling and heating mattresses. While there are many different types of mattresses, some mattresses have heating and cooling systems built right into the mattress to adjust to the temperature at will. These products can be helpful for any individuals who have difficulty regulating the overall temperature of their sleep quarters.
So now let's go back to the case study with Christina to discuss some strategies that she can use to help her sleep better. So we learned that if Christina takes a shower before bed, that this will increase her core temperature and then cause an artificial decrease in temperature, stimulating sleep. She might also invest in a cooling pillow or mattress. And most simply, she can try her best to keep her room cool by leaving her windows open, using a fan, wearing light pajamas, or using a thinner blanket.
For more information on sleep, visit the National Sleep Foundation website or the American Sleep Association.